Ani Anishinaabe, Ani Chimukamanik, Indigenous Cause, Gate Canoe, Miinawa, Gordon Henry. My name is Gordon Henry. I'm an enrolled member of the White Earth Anishinaabe Nation here at the Library of Congress in celebration of Joy Harjo's tenure as U.S. Poet Laureate. I'm reading from Living Nations, Living Words, River People, The Lost Watch. When we were river people, once in a while you talked different because we were under the influence of elders, their repetition, a northern dialect of hands coming apart in stories. When we were river people, the sun made an alphabet of light-struck trees while you sat on a stump in the yard and rolled tobacco from the plants we grew in the raised beds by the power pole. When we were river people, the dog we took from death row at the shelter got cancer, and we put her in the ground near where young Thunder Woman learned to hit golf balls toward an old shirt on a stick where every shot was lost. When we were river people, we made medicine for Zakwad and fasted and sweat at dawn for 4 days, following Eagle Heart's instructions. Zakwad drank the tea for a few months and died the following fall. When we were river people, we put stones in the mailbox to keep the weekend rowdies from hitting it again while we slept, and we drove to town every Thursday to take Anangun's to tap class. There were boys after her after that, and we let one in. There she held him close often and made sure he got his needle before he stupid in dropping sugar. When we were river people, big leaf rhubarb grew. Wild turkeys walked in the mist up the drive, a few big hens in front, and the gas man apologized when he saw you walking with Pwagan early one Friday when you heard the news about Zakwad starting on Interleukin 2. When we were river people, you listened to towns every week for a summer. To live is to fly, he said, both low and high, he said. He reminded you of smoke with his cracked, hard Oklahoma voice. The week you watched his horse and the belly laugh his daughter Anangun's let loose outside the barbed wire pasture fence as Seguili the horse ran. When we were river people, we lost power for 5 days one winter, so we braced ourselves on fallen logs when we should outside. And we fed the wood stove and slept on the floor and drove to Canadian lakes to shower. When we were river people, singing woke you one night, and you ran outside asking the stars and the Creator to help you remember the words. Gijamanadu have pity. Gijamanadu bring healing. When we were river people, Gijik Aweabat would not talk to you, though you kept asking her to let your love find its way to her, so you could tell her about the shooting star and her birth under a formation of white cranes. And so you could laugh with her about when she was 3 and when she came out crying from the sweat with Grandma Rose. When we were river people, visitors came with strangers, and strangers came with friends to bring wood and stones for namings, sweats and thirsty dance sings, all those gifts Eagle Heart shared with you when you lived out west. When we were river people, deer ran through morning by morning, one morning a string of them, one walking wounded outside, hobbling on 3 legs, an arrow through the fourth. Outside the window, as you made breakfast for all the girls who came looking for Naguayup, stayed overnight after the dance. When we were river people, there was no time for writing. Too many people were dying. Too many children were growing. There were too many ceremonies to make, too much firewood to cut, too many calls, too many fasts, too many trips to White Earth and Turtle Mountain, too much burned gas, too many names requested to be given to people you know who still don't know who they are, too many appointments, disappointments, too much tired talk, the difference between going to sleep and staying up already past deciding. When we were river people, Crow knew just like you know now. A stone is no place for a watch, as what we call time can't be made up with words, lost or remembered or held down to earth or left behind by blessings forgotten, or be any more than a relative of light who returns home as bright, clear sun, reporting all that has gone between rising and falling.